Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am here for your weekly Teach Me Tuesday. I'm really excited to be with you here today. I've got a couple of things I'm going to be teaching you. We're going to be doing a fun fold. Hey, Laura, I'm glad you're here. And we're also going to talk a little bit about how you can case or change up the same design to give you different looks using the same basic components. So I'm glad to see I've got Gail here with me as well. Let me get my computer going here so I can see comments as I go. I'm going to be really mindful of time here so that I'm seizing the moment. I do have a host code here. I'm still working on getting my email out to customers. I got it out to team this earlier today, but tomorrow is a free shipping offer with Stampin' Up, and this is something Stampin' Up is doing for all of us, for demonstrators as well as customers, and it's free shipping on orders of $75 or more. So it's a great time to get your last-minute retiring list items, to stock up on anything from our annual catalog that's carrying over, our mini catalog, our clearance rack, anything you want. So that is great news. And I realize I'm using my tripod at a different angle and it's casting a bit of a shadow. So hopefully that won't be a problem for us today. And hey, Velma, I'm glad you are here with me as well. Now, why is, let's see. I can see your comment in my phone, but not on the opposite way. So let me just catch this really quick to make sure I'm seeing. Well, okay. It is what it is. Okay, let's get moving. We are going to be using Pansy Petals. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous designer series paper, and it is still available. It is actually on sale for 20% off. I think it's $9.60. You get 12 sheets. And I think one of the unique things about this paper is that it has all 5 of the end colors that were introduced last year that we have for another whole year. So it has a great color palette. And in addition to that, as I'm going to show you today, you have these stripes and even some of the ginghams that can be used for masculine cards and this great leaf pattern. And then you have these florals that can be used for feminine cards. So there's just a lot to love here. I absolutely adore this paper. The Pansy Petals bundle is carrying over into the new annual catalog. So, hey, Diane, I'm so glad you're here today. And you know what? We're supposed to have rain here too, but we haven't seen a drop. So, you know, it's still pretty dry here in San Antonio. Okay, the other thing I'm going to be featuring is this really cute bundle, and it's called Home and Garden. It's in the spring catalog. Let me grab my catalog here because I can't remember what page it's on. Super cute bundle. Now you can get, just the stamps, or you can get the bundle. And of course, when you get the bundle, you do save 10%. So that is something that is really nifty, something I always try to take advantage of. And Home and Garden will be available all the way through the end of June. So this is a mini catalog item. It's on page 80. And you can see here, this is, I don't know, I don't think it's technically even a masculine bundle. Gardening is enjoyed equally by men and women, but it does have a couple, of great masculine greetings. So happy Father's Day and Dad. So some great greetings like that. But I'm going to show you today how to do a masculine and a feminine card with the same bundle using just the stamps, using just the dies. Let me show you. We're actually going to die cut on camera. Heavens to Betsy. Not something I do terribly often. But yeah, I'm going to be cutting out some of these things. So super cute gardening images. So let's get started. So this is actually part of my team meeting packet from this month, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. So typically when you get my card classes in the mail, or you get a card packet for free because you made a purchase or something, they come like this. They come in the envelope, and then you have all the the card guts, all the card insides that you're going to need, or not the insides, all the elements that you're going to need. So let me grab an adhesive here, and we're going to get going. I do have inspiration sheets for you with this. So I'm going to start with a masculine card. We're going to do a gatefold card. And that's what you call this style card that can be done like a gate this way, or it can be done like a gate this way. And I'm using, this is Evening Evergreen, one of our in colors that is carrying over for another year. And I'm using this gingham that is the soft succulent. So these are, I could use the leaves equally well, but I just like this gingham. I think it's really cute. And, you know, gingham is one of those things that men and women wear. And I've had a love affair with gingham since I was a young girl. Diane, I'm glad you got your birthday card. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hope that all is well in North Texas. Here in South Central Texas, San Antonio, it's been super dry. Thankfully, we have a lot of rain in the forecast, so you know, even when we're getting lots of rain, because we're in kind of a semi-arid area, we always need rain. Okay, so that is there, and I am going to put a 5 1/4 by 4 inch panel to the inside as well. And this is running out. Yep. So let me just grab another one rather than loading up a new one. Yes, there's another one right here. I've been busily getting ready for my weekend crafting retreat. So we start on Thursday. Thursday is actually an add-on option. We go all the way through till Sunday, and it's absolutely a brilliantly fun time together. Okay. Oh, I forgot to bring white cardstock over here. Okay, let me grab some white to stamp and die cut on. Hey, Cindy, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you started following me, and welcome from Central Illinois. Welcome to Shirley as well. Let me grab some plain white. Just grab some scraps for my die cutting. So what I'm going to do is I have my stamps mounted for ease. And I will say, you know, whether I'm doing this on camera or whether I'm just sitting down to do some stamping, I find easier just to go ahead and mount my stamps. This is why I keep quite a few blocks. I keep quite a few blocks partly because I do quite a few classes, but also just, you know, I'm a lazy stamper. I don't want to have to, you know, take these off and on. Now, you can equally do that if you have a stamp apparatus that will act as a giant block for you. But yeah, there are multiple ways you can do this. But I guess because I started out with, what do you call them? Wood block stamps. So I'm used to grabbing my stamp and running with it that way. Okay, and I'm going to also stamp this little, no, I'm doing the masculine first. So I'm going to actually do slightly different gardening implements for the masculine and the feminine. So I'm going to do a couple of spades for the guys. I'm going to do the gardening gloves for the girls because I can color those gardening gloves really cute. So I'm going to do those, and then I'm going to put this one like so. But I am going to stamp it on my basic white here. I'm going to color it in with my blends. Now, you know that when you stamp with your Memento ink and you color with your blends, which is the way you do it, you do have to let this Memento ink dry just a wee bit. So I'm always a little paranoid that it's going to run away with me, like well, it smears, it smudges if you don't wait for it to dry. So I usually find something else that I can do while I'm waiting for that to dry. Hey, Jackie, I'm glad you're here. And Cindy, that organization is actually an optical illusion. No, I'm kidding. My husband's uber organized, so he thinks I'm not organized. But actually, I think that I am pretty organized. It's just, well, I think we all organize differently. Now, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm cutting. That's a halo image, And if I were going to, yeah, what I would probably do, you know what, let me just do it. Let me show you guys what I like to do. Red rubber stamps, cling rubber stamps. Sometimes you get that halo. Now you can't do this with photopolymer, and usually you don't need to. I am a heavy-handed stamper, and if you look closely, I better close this up because that's a dangerous thing right there. If you look closely, this stamp is a little higher here than it is at the bottom, and I just know that every time I stamp it, I'm going to catch that. So I'm going to take some super sharp scissors, and I'm going to do a little surgery here. Now, you do this carefully because I don't want to cut into my stamp part, but I'm cutting away this excess red rubber, and I'm doing it at an angle, and that is so that I maintain this cushion underneath there. If I cut that away, it's going to destabilize the stamp, and I actually need that rubber or that foam behind the red rubber. So you just kind of angle it like this and cut that away, and that is going to help me to not create that halo image. So just a little free tip for the day. Now, as I said, I'm not going to worry about that little line here because I'm going to take my long bladed scissors and I'm going to chop this because I'm just going to hand cut this. You know, when you hand cut your greetings, it just has kind of a nice organic look to it. It just kind of has that nice handmade, hand stamped look. Now what I'm going to do is, before you're aghast that it's a little bit crooked, now I'm going to cut these words apart. This is another way that you can help to extend your greetings. So, you know, you have a lot of different greetings here. I have happy and I have father and I have day. So I can, you know, change those up and use them. You can do these with any of your greeting stamps. So yeah, Jackie, you are welcome for the tip. If you are a heavy-handed stamper like I am, then yeah, you're going to hit that halo more often than not. And if I really think about it, I can stamp a little bit, you know, a little bit gentler, but I have to really think about it. So, okay, now here we go. Let's go ahead and color this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Smoky Slate on this part of the spade. This is a gardening spade. Oh, I got the light one. Phooey. Or the dark one. What did I pull out of my... Let's see. This is super dark. Oh, I pulled up the wrong... Here it is. Okay. Well, Candy's just going to make several errors today. Hey, Jill, I'm glad you are joining us. So let's try this again, because for me, that's just a little bit too dark on the gray. So I picked up the dark Smoky Slate. I meant to pick up the light. And oh, Gail, you're watching from Houston. Well, and you're watching from MD Anderson. So best wishes to you as you are getting checkups, no doubt, and hopefully great news from MD Anderson. They do great work there. For those of you who are not in the Texas area, MD Anderson is one of our big cancer hospitals, and I have a friend who did a lot of work there. Not like nursing work, but she had a lot of cancer work done, and great staff, great work that they do. So best wishes to you, Gail, on that. Okay, here is my mini Cut Emboss, and what I'm going to do is grab my plates here. These are well loved. I have some new ones on standby because, when they start getting like this, I've got this little tiny crack here. I'm going to keep using this till it totally cracks. But I do have an extra pair on hand. So, put that in your shopping cart when you are getting to that place with your cutting blades. Now, I'm going to grab this little die here. Super cute little spade. And now, I would not give this Father's Day card to my son in England. We're going to visit in a few weeks. And I will be taking his Father's Day stuff with me because even though Father's Day not till June, we'll be there in May. And I will go ahead and it's just a lot easier than having to send stuff across. But yeah, he's kind of allergic to gardening. So, but he is a craft beer brewer. That is his job. And he's in charge of the American style craft beer at the S43 brewery in the north of England. And so I am going to use this amazing new bundle that's in the new annual catalog that is coming out in just a couple weeks, and it's really cute. In fact, I think I can show you. I know I can. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek here. So this is called Brewed for You, and I saw this and went, oh yes, this I have to have. So this would be the Father's Day card. Now see, I can use this Happy Father's Day, but any of these images would be great for my Alex. Oh, and Betty, you're watching from Southern Ontario. Diane is here from Michigan. And Debbie, you have been to MSP many times. So I'm not sure what that is referring to. I'm kind of catching comments while I'm yakking. Because for those of you who are newer here, I'm a talker, so just be forewarned. I can usually talk and stamp at the same time. Now, this is what I'm looking for. So this is my light Smoky Slate, which is what I was looking for. This, yes, this is going to be perfect for coloring in this spade. And then I'm going to use either dark or light crumb cake for the handle. And I think, look at there. I'm even going to put a little bit, you know how it is on a garden spade. It has right like that. And this is dark crumb cake. So let's go here. Hola, Adriana's coming to us from the Texas Valley. Hola, ¿cómo está? Bienvenidos. So I've got a little bit of very rough Spanish from my childhood. My parents are actually bilingual. They learned Spanish through the American military, and that was part of my dad's work assignments. And he ended up being stationed in Central America, South America when I was growing up. So I was well-traveled from an early age. Okay, here we go. Now that is going to go there. And I will go ahead and color this little guy before I put this one down. And I think I'm going to actually give this one a, I didn't get that very straight. Let's see. I will say one of the things I love about Seal is it's really soft. It's a lot thicker than the one that we used to have for years called Snail. The Seal is thicker and it's real soft, so as long as you are moving it, getting to it quickly, then it will shift for you pretty easily. And Diane, hope traveling is not so bad now. Oh, I know. I will tell you that I was, regardless of whatever your opinions are on masks, I will tell you that being in the air for 9 hours with a mask on is not, didn't need to do this, not for the faint of heart. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, because I'm talking, I'm going to use this dark evening evergreen on my rake handle because I wanted to put in just a little bit of color. I have a lot of neutrals going here, and a lot of gardening tools will have a little bit of color with them. Actually, some are quite bright. I find that to be helpful because then it kind of, when you're looking for your gardening tools and you've kind of laid your rake down and it's in a pile of leaves, well, if it's a bright color, it's a lot easier to find. Okay, so let's bring this here. Some more light Smoky Slate. And hopefully you're seeing okay. Like I said, I'm positioned my tripod a little bit differently today, and that means that it's actually kind of giving me a little bit of, oh, let's see, how am I going to do this? Oh, look at there. Oh, I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be it right there. Okay, let me grab a couple of dimensionals. And then we're going to put our greeting on and put all this together. So I think these are super cute. I am going to use my mini dimensionals. You know, if you don't have these, again, something else that you can add to your shopping list. You don't need these every time you're doing something, but when you have these little pieces like this, they really come in handy. Really come in handy. Now, is that going to show? No, it's not. Oh, and look at that. It even cuts out the die cuts out the handle a little bit. So let's take these off. And you are a newbie, Sharon. Welcome from Rochester, New York. We are so glad you are here with us today. We are doing some fun little projects here. We're going masculine and then we're going feminine. Now, what I like to do when I have these little pieces like this, let me show you another little quick trick. So instead of trying to, fiddle with this, I mean, liquid glue, you're going to get it everywhere on this. And seal, yeah, it's so small. So I'm just going to grab a couple of mini glue dots. And that is going to be perfect. Well, if I can grab it. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here with us. So there's fathers. Let's get happy up here. And I just need one. Because look how small that little piece is. Happy fathers. And you see how you can then take your greeting that was kind of long and skinny, and now I can just mix and match it wherever I need it to go. And that's going to make my little garden composition come together really nicely. I could put it down here, but I think I'm going to do that. Happy Father's Day. Now, I'm going to add something really cute here. Something that may have slipped your notice. This set of twines is part of the All-Star, I think it's called All-Star, Hey Sports Fan. And you get Night of Navy, Evening Evergreen, and Puppy Parade stripe. So this card has Evening Evergreen. So I'm going to take just a little piece of this Evening Evergreen, and I'm going to tie a wee little bow here. And that is going to go at the top of my gardening implements just to give a little tiny bit of embellishment. I do find on masculine cards that less is more when it comes to embellishment. I don't want to put too much stuff on here. I don't want to make it fussy or anything like that. So now I have my, let's bring this down just a little bit. Let's bring this in. So it is... Oh, Gail, I'm glad you like this card. That makes me happy. So I'm just going to pop that right up there. Look at there. That is just, I'm liking it. I will tell you, I'm working on a blog post. Probably won't get out until tomorrow because I got to get the little inspiration sheet for you on this for today. But I'm working on a blog post because my granddaughter, my oldest grandchild, is a granddaughter, and she lives in Virginia, and we just came back from visiting them, and she turns 12 tomorrow, and I made her a big cat card. She has been a fan of big cats for a long time. Now, look at that. Is that not just a happy, happy Father's Day card? Look at that gingham. I think this is great for a young guy, for an older guy. You know, I have sons in their 30s. I have my hubby. You know, we're senior citizens, like it. So this I'm going to attach just with seal. I don't want to put any, dimensionals on here because this is all, and I just put it there. I didn't want to put it on here because this is popped up on a dimensional, and I thought, yeah, it might just kind of hang on me. So now I have this cute fun fold card. Simple gatefold card, Happy Father's Day. Now, let me show you something. I'm getting great reviews on this. Oh, I'm so glad. You guys are enjoying this. This makes me happy. So now we're going to take the same thing and we're going to make it into a feminine card because we girls like to garden as well. Now, in this stamp set, there is a birthday wishes, but there's not, it's more of a masculine stamp set. So now we're going to take the same designer series paper, Pansy Patch, Pansy Petals, I think it's called. At any rate, remember, it's on sale for $9.60. You want to get this paper. It's so gorgeous, and I did so many fun things with it over the last year. Let me grab my bone folder, and let's get this going like so. So remember, we're taking the same gatefold. I will give you all the dimensions. I know that these are 4 by 2.5. Can't remember off the top of my head what the score lines are, but we'll get that. So now I'm going to stick down my designer series paper, and this is very feminine. And again, pansies are for everybody. I loved pansies as a child. My dad used to like to plant pansies. He was the gardener in my family, and I grew up loving to garden right beside him. It's a little harder now with my senior citizen joints. So Dudley, I'm glad you're liking this too. So I will have photos. See how this is, now I'm using this time, so I used Evening Evergreen here. I'm using Soft Succulent here. Both of these colors are in the paper. I wanted the contrast here. So, but here I wanted a little bit softer. So I'm going with a little softer base. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing. Same images, but I'm going to show you how we're going to make it feminine. So once again, we are going to stamp our rake over here. We are going to stamp the spade on a piece of scrap white because we're going to cut this out. And let's see, will it fit here? Do I need another one? Oh yeah, that'll fit. And then instead of using the little trowel, it's not a little, it's a trowel. This time I'm going to use the gardening gloves because I'm going to color them. You know, a lot of times we girls have cute gardening gloves. That's part of the fun. So there, I will pop those right down like so. And I keep closing that, and I still need it. Once again, I'm going to use my greeting, but I'm going to break it up. So here's my birthday wishes. And let's see how just changing up a little bit of color and a little bit of the paper, all using the same stuff, we get a very different look. So yeah, the method in my madness today is to show you first a really classic fun fold, but also to show you how you can take the same measurements, the same supplies. You know, I spend a fair bit of time creating tutorials so that when you purchase a class, you not only have the ingredients and the measurements and everything for that class, because I've typically cut everything out for you. I've got everything prepped. But if you wanted to create the same card, maybe you wanted to create the same card, but you wanted to use different paper. You wanted to use different colors. Well, this is how you do it. Okay, let's go ahead and get our coloring done, and then I'm going to run that through the my Baby Boss machine. Okay, so this time we're going to do a little bit of, the name of the stamp set is Home and Garden. Let me grab it for you so that you see exactly. The stamp set is called Home and Garden, and the item number is 157910. Again, I mean, the stamp set I think is great on its own, and if you wanted to do the dies, you can get the bundle. I mean, that ladder's super cute. Actually, that ladder would be really cute with a book-themed card, like, you know, one of those libraries with a ladder. Okay, concentrate candy. Here we go. This is light smoky slate. Double check before I start coloring because I didn't really want to mess that up again. And, you know, truth be told, the dark smoky slate would be okay. I just felt like I was already had, you know, when you're using Evening Evergreen, it's quite a dark, deep, really deep green. And so I didn't want to go too dark on my other colors. I think this is going to be like so. And then I think that's all I need on Smoky Slate. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my Evening Evergreen for my rake. I do like that. Really deep. I mean, this Evening Evergreen, it's almost black. It's so dark. But that works beautifully. This works. It's a really nice green for Christmas cards. Really, really deep. Okay, now I'm going to do this little guy here. I'm using the dark crumb cake, and now wait till you see my little pop of color. What are we going to do with these gardening gloves? We are bringing in fresh freesia. I'm going to do dark fresh freesia. I think I'm going to do dark and not light. Let's see. Here's my, oh yeah, look at there. That is going to be my nice little pop of color. Aren't those, I mean, I would love gardening gloves like that. Aren't they cute? So this shows you how you can take the same stamp set that's really geared towards masculine cards, and you can make a super cute feminine card for the lady gardener in your life. There's a couple in our church, and they're both master gardeners. I mean, she would love, love, love this card. Okay, now before I stick these down, I am going to put my little mat on here. And this is just a 4x3 piece, and this is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm going to stick this down, and then we're going to run this through my Baby Boss machine, and look how this is coming along. Now let me just give you a little sneak peek here. See how that is just such a feminine version of my masculine card? So I'm using the same stamps and even the same designer series paper, just a different pattern. And then I'm bringing it all together with the dies and a little bit of twine and just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon on this one, I think. Let's see. It might be too big. Okay, here we go. There's this, and there's my other plate. And let's just pop this down. You know, I will say one of the things I like about this Baby Boss machine, and I have I have helpers that come and work on producing all of the class packets that I send out in the mail. And one of my helpers, she will always choose to use the Baby Boss over the Big Boss. She just really likes this. And you know, I have to say, it's super easy to use. And I think that when I first got it, it seemed a little bit tight when I went to roll it, but it seems to have loosened up a little bit, and it takes up such a small footprint. I mean, it's like a little mini lunchbox. Okay, let's put that over here. Candy's been talking too much. Now I'm going to put my die over here so I don't lose it. And now we are ready to put this together. Then I'll take some pictures and post them for you along with the video on YouTube. And we will get it all together here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. You see, the last time I put the adhesive here because I already had like a mini dimensional on there, and it just is a little bit harder to stick this down. Okay, look at there. Now, this is going to go right like that. I'm liking it again, liking it equally with the... where to put my mini dimensionals? Liking it equally with the feminine colors. Haha, I found them. You know, I find that when, I don't know about you, but when I'm in my studio and digging around for things and can't find what I was just using, invariably what I was just using, I can't find it. I start tidying up, And, you know, lo and behold, it's almost like magic. It appears every single time. And, you know, I do have a studio now, but the reason I have a studio is because I do this a lot, but it's because I'm in the space that was my youngest son's bedroom, and it's a loft bedroom upstairs in my house. And, you know, honestly, he was, before he even said I do, he hadn't moved out, hadn't said his vows yet. I was already moving in. I was like, okay, I've been in the breakfast room, I've been in a small bedroom, and now I am taking over this big space. It is mine for stamping. It is going to be my crafty space. Now I'm going to add these little guys right here. And once again, I'm going to grab my, I'm going to grab my mini glue dots, and we'll pop one there. This is a little longer, so I opted to put a second mini glue dot there. And Kay, I'm glad you have joined us. So now I've got birthday, and then I'm going to bring it down here for wishes. So I have a largely masculine stamp set. I'm gonna offset it. I think that's going to be kind of cute. Now, let's see if this is going to be too big or if just a little wee knot of this fresh freesia right at the top. So here's my masculine card. These are both top loading gatefold cards. And I put a little piece of twine there. I'm going to put a little piece of ribbon here just because I can. Because actually, although I wouldn't have a piece of ribbon on it out in the yard, this, you know, these are great gifts for the lady gardeners in your life. Yeah, she'd be thrilled to have a new gardening spade like that. Oh yeah, I think that's just the perfect touch. You know, I'm going to probably have to add a little bit of embellishment, at least to the girls. So let's grab a mini glue dot here, and we are final little bit. Last little touch. Okay, we're glad you joined us. We'll take you late any day of the week. We'll take you early, late, or anything in between. We're just glad you have joined us. So we are taking, oh yeah, I'm going to bring that down just a little bit more. We are taking the Home and Garden stamp set from the mini catalog. Actually, it's the bundle because we've cut out and we're using the Pansy Petals, I think that's the name of it, Designer Series paper. This is on sale for $9.60. I love to show you bargains, and I've used one of the more masculine patterns and one of the more feminine patterns, and I used the same stamp set, same design, and just showing you how you can take one card and make it in multiple ways, even going masculine and feminine. Now let's just see if I should put a little bit of bling on here, and I think actually, look at that. Yeah, this is going to have some of these pearls. Even though these pastel pearls are a little bit large, I think that rather than scatter them, if I put them in a little row, let's see, this is what I'm looking for, and I think let's use the lighter ones or the darker ones. Let's use the darker ones because I think they're going to pick up that darker purple in the paper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we could even put it right there. Oh, do I dare? No, they're too big for that. Okay. They would look super cute right on the what do you call them? The gardening gloves. But I think I'm just going to do them right there. And that, you know, sometimes I love to scatter my embellishments, but sometimes just a little row is going to give me a little pop of color there. Well, maybe I do want to scatter them. Let's see. Yep, I think that's going to be better. Okay, birthday wishes it is. And I think we're going to keep it simple for the guys. I could add some kind of metallic looking embellishments, but I think this is really good just the way it is. And again, this is a gatefold loading from the top, my feminine version and my masculine version, using the exact same layout. And okay, Jackie, you love both cards. You don't have the stamp set, but have a birthday coming that needs a card. Oh, you're going to use my design. Yay. Yeah, exactly. You can just use different stamps in here. But it's just a fun, super fun card layout. And yeah, you could pop this up on dimensionals, but this is, you know, it's fairly thick, and I'm going to add, you know, some baubles here. So I need it to be a little bit flatter. And so I opted to keep it flat. So thank you so much for the love. I appreciate your comments. Actually, I'll take the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, you can tell me you hate it, and I'll still respond. And thank you for your comments, because, you know, we learn from those things too. But it is awfully nice when you love the cards and you love them both. So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thursday, I will be here for simple and stepped up stamping. And you know what? I won't be here in my studio. I will be coming to you live from my crafting retreat that's held at the Drury Plaza here in San Antonio, Texas. And it's fun. I'll give you a little tour of the space and what we're doing. And then we will do a little bit of stamping. This is my host code. And reminder that tomorrow is free shipping on orders of $75 or more. And you can just go to shopwithcandy.com and place your order. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Take care and God bless.